Hey fish people, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at a really cool two-toned Tetra, the Van Rio Tetra. Now the Van Rio Tetra also goes by the name of the Flame Tetra, and it's this stunning little 1.5-inch fish that's got half its body is yellow, half its body is this blood orange. And you can actually see where the separation is in the color patterns. Now, the Flame Tetra comes from the coastal rivers of Brazil, and they used to be one of the most popular fish back in the 40s and 50s before people really had the luxury of heaters in their tanks. Now, that's because this fish has an extremely wide temperature range going down to 64 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 82. So they could handle the ambient temperature that most people's houses were at, that some other fish might not be able to do. Now, their typical normal range, is between 74 to 78, like most of your community fish. They also are going to stay that smaller size, rounding out just over 1.5 inches. They have a decent pH range as well, from 5.5 up to 7.5. So all these factors combined, plus they only really require a 10-gallon aquarium, thanks to their small size, which is going to make them a wonderful beginner option, because most beginners are going to come into this hobby and get a 10 or 20 gallons. So this is a great fish for them. They are a Tetra, so they're going to want to be kept in a small group. You can keep a group of 6 of these comfortably in a 10-gallon tank. If you have a 20-gallon, you could bump that number up to 12 to 15, maybe 18 if you're going to keep up on your water changes. They're also extremely peaceful, so they're an awesome fish to put in a community setting. You're going to get a nice pop of this two-toned color as they school together. So some things that they can normally go with in a tank are going to be some Danios, Rasboras, other Tetras, live bearers like platies, guppies, endlers, of course cory cats, because who doesn't love a good tank with cory cats in the bottom and a nice schooling Tetra on top. Pretty much anything that says it's for a peaceful tank and is not going to get overly big to where it can eat these fish. Because again, 1.5 inches, not that big of a fish. I've kept mine with rams, Congo Tetras, various Rasboras and Danios, and they do fine with them. Food-wise, like most fish in this hobby, they're an omnivore, so any food you're going to want to feed them, they'll probably accept. Personally, I feed mine the Hikari freeze-dried line of foods, so their tube fix, their Daphnia, their brine shrimp, their brine and spirulina, bloodworms, all of those. I throw in a bug bite flake food and an extreme flake food, and then Hikari pellet or an extreme pellet as well. Overall, these are going to be a wonderful addition to any community tank. If you want this really cool pop of color, you want a fish that's a nice two-toned, different colors on either side, something different that people are going to say, hey, what's that? I haven't seen those before. And it's just a good fish that's good for beginners, and experts too will also be able to get some enjoyment out of these. As always, thank you all so much for the support on the videos. If you're interested in another Tetra care guide, I will put one in the end screen for you, and then we'll let YouTube pick out a video that it thinks you will enjoy. Please remember to hit that like button, and of course leave a comment down below. Let me know your opinion on the Van Rio or Flame Tetra.